Staying in America, a woman has been shot dead by a US immigration officer on a busy street in Minneapolis, sparking massive protests and a political storm. While locals condemn the shooting, the Trump administration is calling the incident domestic terrorism. The woman has been identified as 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good, an American citizen. The incident took place on Wednesday during an immigration enforcement operation in southern Minneapolis. Federal immigration officers surrounded a woman sitting inside her SUV. Moments later, an officer opened fire at close range, leading to her death. Videos recorded by bystanders show a masked ICE agent firing 3 shots into the vehicle. People at the scene can be heard shouting at the officers as the chaos unfolds.
Your mom really proud of you? What happened?
Now, the Trump administration has moved to defend the shooting. The Department of Homeland Security said the woman attempted to run over agents, describing the gunfire as defensive. DHS Secretary accused the woman of stalking officers and using her vehicle as a weapon.
This appears as an attempt to kill or to cause bodily harm to agents, an act of domestic terrorism. The ICE officer, fearing for his life and the other officers around him and the safety of the public, fired defensive shots. He used his training to save his own life and that of his colleagues. He was treated at a local hospital, has been released, and is now with family.
President Donald Trump also defended federal agents, saying they were simply doing their job of making America safe. He labeled the woman a professional agitator. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey rejected that version outright, saying video evidence directly contradicts the government's claims, calling the narrative garbage. Good's family says she was not part of any protest and was likely terrified during the confrontation. Her mother has strongly rejected claims that her daughter was trying to harm anyone. Now, the killing triggered immediate outrage across Minneapolis. Thousands of protesters flooded the streets in freezing temperatures. They chanted slogans and demanded that ICE leave the city. Placards reading "ICE out of Minneapolis" were seen across protest sites. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz called the federal response propaganda and promised a full investigation.
What we're seeing is the consequences of governance designed to generate fear, headlines, and conflict. It's governing by reality TV. And today that recklessness cost someone their life.
In recent weeks, the Trump administration has deployed an additional 2,000 federal agents to the Minneapolis area. The deployment, which began on Sunday, is one of the largest concentrations of Department of Homeland Security personnel in a single U.S. city in recent years. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, also known as ICE, has been at the center of President Donald Trump's aggressive deportation push. The agency has expanded rapidly, with thousands of new officers recruited in recent years. Critics say that expansion has come at a cost, with inadequate training and increasingly militarized operations. Local governments, including Minneapolis, have repeatedly objected to ICE activity within their cities. As protests grow louder and questions mount, investigators are now reviewing the shooting frame by frame. For many Americans, this case has become a flashpoint, not just about one woman's death, but about the power and accountability of immigration enforcement on U.S. streets.
The world doesn't fit in boxes, so why should your news? From battlefields to negotiation tables, from internet outrage to real-world injustice. The conversations everyone is having and the ones they're avoiding. It's the same show, but this new year, Firstpost America gets a new look. I'm Kerry Johnston, and this is Firstpost America.